I want to start pottery. Oh, and learning Korean. Horse riding sounds also cool, but becoming an author? If this is you, welcome to the club. In this video, we're going to create a journal page together that sorts through every single interest you have, so that by the end of this video, you'll walk away with 1 or 2 interests you're really going to commit to. Grab your journal, a pen, and open a fresh page. The first thing we're doing is writing down every single interest that's currently living in your head, no matter how random or how long it's been living there. Pottery, tennis, sailing, learning a new language, whatever it is. You're going to draw that into the first column of our table. Now mark whether you've tried that thing before or not. If you have, draw an X. If you haven't, just leave it empty for now, we're gonna come back to that later. For everything you marked with an X, go to the third column and write down how it felt when you did it. Was it fun even though you were bad at it because it was your first time? For example, I really love knitting. Like, what do you mean I can't just knit my own clothes? And then you just go out, the sun is shining, you sit on a bench and just listen to your little podcast and just knit. That's so cool. But I get really annoyed when I need to undo stitches and rows. The first time it happened, I stayed calm. The second time it happened, I stayed calm. And the 6th time it happened, I needed to have a we need to talk conversation with the yarn. Be specific here because remember, by the end of this video, we want to find your top interests. Now that you brain dumped it all out, it's time to find out what can fit into your life. We're gonna get a little bit brutal now, but I mean that in a loving way. Look at how much time you realistically have each week for your interests. Not the time you wish you had, the time after work, after school, after anything else that has priority in your life. Now go through your list and cross out anything that doesn't fit into that time. If you only have 30 minutes a day and you can't batch that together into, for example, that Sunday, all those 30 minutes go there, pottery or something like sailing won't work. I mean, you need to set up the wheel, you need to center the clay, then do a cup, a plate, whatever you want to do, clean it. That takes me more than 3 hours. I'm not joking. Every single time. So to the person who thought, let's do a quick sail before dinner, do you really think that's a realistic plan? Don't feel bad about crossing these things out. This isn't a decision forever. We are looking at your life situation right now, and the interest you can start now based on how much time you have. If something in your life changes and you have more time later, you can always come back to this page and maybe it will look different. We're doing the exact same thing with money. How much is in your budget? How much are you willing to spend on that interest? If you love the idea to start horse riding, are you fine with spending at least $200 every month on it? $200 a month, and that is before you know if the horse likes you or not. Or do you want no budget at all? Riding is free, and it sounds a little bit too good to be true. I mean, like, kind of suspicious. What's the catch? Oh yeah. You need to write it. And if you're sitting here with nothing left because you crossed everything out, that's useful information too. It means the interests taking up space in your head right now don't match the life you're currently living. And this gives you a great chance to take a look at other interests. Yay! By now your list should be way shorter than when you started, and that is not sad. That was exactly our goal. We're going back to our little table, and everything that's left, everything you haven't tried yet, gets marked with a highlighter. You're going to create yourself a little to-do list that you can actually try them out. For example, if it's piano, book yourself a single try lesson. If it's ballet, find a beginner class you can just drop in once. You don't need to fully commit to it. And this is why I'm so happy that this video is sponsored by Skillshare, because that is actually the perfect opportunity to try some of those classes out. If you never used it before, Skillshare is the place where you can learn a new hobby or pick up a new skill. With thousands of classes, for example, on sewing, painting, productivity, storytelling, photography, you will find it. I took this class, and what I loved about it is that I actually never heard of those techniques before. Like, what is a problem tree? Or a Utah position? It gave me some really interesting insights. Go take a look at your journal page and look at the interests you highlighted and check if Skillshare has a class for them. If you're looking to reconnect with your creativity and maybe avoid brain rot, Skillshare is that place where humans come to learn from other humans. The first 500 people who use the link in my description will get 1 month of free trial on Skillshare. Now back to the video. You are only allowed to do this section after you completed section 3. I see you. Don't even think about it. After you tried everything at least once, it's time for the hardest part. Rank them. 1, 2, 3, however many you have left. Don't rank them by how cool they sound. So for example, if a person asks you, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm playing the violin. And they're like, oh my god, that's cool. But actually get really aggressive every time you play it. Rank them by you would still do it even when you're bad at it first. Even if it would never become a side income. Even if nobody complimented you on it. I'm looking at everyone who bought a $300 easel and only used it once. If you're someone who wants variety, pick a maximum of 3 things a week. I would honestly just go with 2 that can realistically live side by side in your week, for example, learning a new language, pairing with knitting. But if you want to get good at something and get good at it fast, just pick 1 thing off that list and with all the free time you have, go all in. You are not allowed to secretly start crocheting on the side. Crocheting, crocheting, crocheting. Ta-da! Congratulations! You completed your own brainstorming! Wow. That's an achievement. I always remember this quote. 100 started things will never feel as... Wait, how's the quote going? 100 half-started things will never feel like 1 finished thing. And nobody becomes good at something they never gave enough time to. If you just want to experience 100 different things and get so many new experiences, and you don't care if you get good at them or not, you don't need this page. Why are you watching this video? But if you're the type who gets overwhelmed by having too many interests pulling at you at once, the type who gets frustrated that you can't stick with any of them long enough to get good, then this page found you. Yeah! I don't believe in coincidences. This was a sign that you found this video today. If you created this page with me today and it gave you more clarity on your interest, comment the word doodly doo-doo. Doodly doo-doo. You spent long enough time to collect ideas. It's time to start creating.